Hi Pinkvilla, this is Angira Dhar and you're getting ready with me to go out for a dinner date with my friends. So let's get into it. So we shall do skincare first because good base for makeup, it actually does everything. It makes everything easy. It makes your makeup look flawless. I have combination skin and I've already washed my face. I've already done the cleansing part. I've used the Cetaphil cleansing lotion, which is the mildest thing that you can find in the stores, and it goes for every skin type. So if you guys want to try it, I think it's the best thing for anybody, especially in Bombay weather. Since my skin is slightly now not as moist, what I like to do is I like to go in with my spray. This is the Caudalie spray. It has antioxidants and I absolutely love it. It kind of just moistens the face a little bit. So it's a spray, ever so slightly, we shall spray it. Why I do this is because when your skin is damp, it absorbs all the good products that you're going to apply easily. All your products have the best effect. So now next I'm going to go in with my serum, Ultra V Idebenone. Like I said, because I have combination skin, it's very erratic. My skin behaves differently every other day. But this serum just balances everything out for me, the pH levels, and it's not too sticky, it's not too tacky on the skin. It's just about the right balance. Also, it gives your face a little bit of a sheen, that glow that you need. So what I generally do is I take it in the dropper and I apply one drop here, one here, and one here. Gently massage it in the skin. You will instantly find this glow in the skin, and it's the perfect makeup base for me. I think there's nothing else that I really need. Okay, now that we are done with skincare, also I'd like to say that when I go out in the sun, I use my sunscreen. I'm not going to put my sunscreen right now, but I feel that this particular product needs a special mention because it's a beautiful sunscreen. It's not sticky. It does not leave any white cast. It's the ISdin Fusion Water Photo Protector. It's beautiful. What I usually do for makeup is I try to go with as little makeup as possible because my face looks extremely harsh with a lot of makeup, and little is more, as they say. I think in weathers like Bombay and more coastal climate, it's always nicer to keep it lighter so you can just, your skin can breathe and not break out every now and then. I've had major experiences with it, which is why listen to the voice of experience. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am not into applying a lot of foundation. I only use foundation for events. When my makeup artist is putting foundation for me, I usually avoid it. I am going to go in with a concealer, which is a NARS creamy concealer in the shade Ginger, but I'm going to use it ever so slightly because sometimes I don't even use this. I'll show you the product that I do use, which I'm going to use after this. I'll go very ever so slightly and very away from the eye because I like my natural shadows on my eye. I try to not cover that because then you don't need an eyeshadow because you have naturally your shadows going for yourself. And I like to use my fingers because I feel it helps melt the product beautifully in. And this is an absolutely stunning product. One tip that I got on YouTube by all the wonderful makeup artists and bloggers that are out there, nationally and internationally, is that the best everyday makeup is like having a spotlight on your face at all times. So what I do is I prefer only brightening the center of my face because then it gives you a nice spotlighty effect. This is all I use. Okay, now what I'm going to show you is the hero product. It is my holy grail. I have, I think, 6 of these right now apart from this. This is something that you can use always at all times and feel dressy. Kind of just like spruces you up. It's the YSL Touche Éclat. I'm in the shade 3. It's a brightening cream. It's not a concealer, but I use it as a concealer. And what I like to do, it has a pen. I just do 2-3 clicks of it, and then I put it on the back of my hand like this, and I go. I actually had to start doing my makeup because I had to go for meetings and I had to, you know, sometimes do shoots at home. So I had to learn it, although I was absolutely zero about it. Like, I had no clue about makeup. I did not know which product to buy, but I did an extensive deep dive into watching YouTube tutorials. So here I put it on my forehead like this, like a painter, and I like to highlight this and a little bit of the nose. And the thing with this is that you can use as much and layer it and you will not feel it to be tacky. So my makeup routine on Saas Bahu Aur Flamingo was quite the opposite. My skin was also quite different actually. We were shooting in Jaipur and it was dry out there, so my skincare routine was also completely different. And when you're going in to shoot, you have to pack up not a lot of makeup, but you have to pack up enough for it to last the day. And I think my makeup artist did a fantastic job, Manish. He's fabulous. Okay, so now this is done. My base is done. I am going to go in with my blush. I love it. It's by Rare Beauty. The shade Encourage. It's beautiful and it's madly pigmented. I wouldn't recommend using a lot. So this is what I do. It comes out of the bottle like this and I wipe off all the excess, like literally everything, because it's so pigmented. And I put a little bit of a dot out here, and this is a lot. And what there's this new Instagram social media thing happening about makeup is people use a lot of blush, and I'm not about that. I like a good flush. I don't like blush going up and contouring your face. That's for contour. That's a completely different ball game. I think a blush should be your natural flush, and when I get flushed, this is the color that I generally get flushed in. So what I do is I dab it, because it's so pigmented. I just dab it like this, and I dab it on the apple of my cheeks. And you know what? I feel like the best kind of makeup is the kind of makeup that makes you look like you've come out of an adventure, like nicely tanned, nice, you know, like red at your high points of your face. So I think my mother gave me enough high cheekbones. I try to enhance that as much as possible. So I am going to add in a little bit more here on the cheeks. And I like to go in here on my chin a little bit and a little bit at the bridge of the nose. I started makeup very late in my life because I did not give it any importance for a very long time, till the time I had to start doing my own makeup for, you know, to go for meetings or go for auditions. So I'm going to take a little bit more, that the extra stuff that is remaining, I'm going to just pop it here on top of my eyelid, because this also is, and this, it's literally nothing. I'm just scraping the bottom of it, like scraping the whatever remains of it and adding it here, and it's still giving me so much. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to do my... So basically I bought this very recently. It's by Charlotte Tilbury. It's a duo. It's a brown eyeliner with a... It's like to brighten the eye, the waterline of the eye. I hardly use this, but this Oh my god, it's a beautiful, beautiful product because it's so creamy. It almost melts on your skin. So what I do is I literally just add it to I tight line my upper lash. And I'm horrible at it, but I try. My basic go-to makeup is the one that's absolutely, like, you can't see, you can't tell that this person has done makeup. Okay, so that's that. What you can do is also use a little bit of an eyeshadow under the eye. I'm just doing it right now, but I usually don't end up doing a lot of it. But I'm doing it now because it is one of the hacks that I use. Okay, so this is Dear Dahlia. This also is a very recent purchase. These pods are actually quite nice. There's a shimmery side to it, this one, and then there is the matte side of it. I'm going to use the matte side of it right now, and I'll take the darker bit and I'll just dip it into it ever so slightly and take off the excess. Just go in under. Yeah. Doing eyes is the most difficult thing in makeup. You really need to be an expert for this stuff. I don't end up using a lot of the mascara. Maybe I will right now, just to show you guys. I have this really nice mascara. It's by Givenchy and it's very, very old. As you can tell, it's been used. It's a waterproof mascara. And I'd like to take off all the excess because I like to keep it nice and clean, just to give it like a little bit of a lift. Can do is we can go in with the eyebrows. I use the Precisely My brow pencil. I feel Benefit has the most beautiful brow products. It has the most amazing brow products. Like, I have tried everything else, but I always come back to this. And this is probably my 15th pencil. So what I do is, it has two ends. It has the tip, and then it has this little spoolie at the back. Just comb it up, and I use the tip end to just about fill in the sparse areas. Just like that. Now what we are going to do is we are going to, hey, I bought this new product which I have to tell you about. I have been dying to use this. I don't use this a lot because I recently purchased it. You don't get it here. It's the Westman Atelier contour stick. It's Face Trace contour stick. This is in Biscuit, the shade Biscuit. It's beautiful. I still yet don't know how to contour my face. I don't do it myself. I only do it when my makeup artists do it. But what I use this for, this is a mini one. It's beautiful, and this is a luxury product. I mean, you have friends, family traveling, coming down, you know, from outside of India. Please ask them for this. It's a tiny one. It's an expensive product, but you can start with a chotu one like I did. It's a mini. What I do is I take it. It has this twist up sort of a thing. I twist it up like this, and I just ever so slightly contour my nose. Just put in these lines and go in like this. It has a natural shadow there, and you don't even feel like you've put anything. And what you can do is, for natural shadows, you can also just apply a little bit here and a little bit here above your eyes. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to powder my face, and I'm going to go in with my most favorite powder. It's pretty new and recent. Even this came to me about a year ago, and it has changed my life. I know I'm extremely, like, people will laugh if they find out that I've just started using powder, but I have. So this is Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. It's their classic one. It's just beautiful. I mean, I will show you. I will show you how this works. So this little puff I got from Muji. It's a tiny little thing, and luckily it fits in the box like this. How cool is that? I take a little bit of the powder in the cap, ever so slightly, because that whole trend of baking and all, I think by the time I found out anything about makeup, that trend was over. So lucky for me, because that stuff is too heavy duty for me. So I take this in the cap and I just roll my puff in it, and to even out all the powder on the puff, and then I just lightly tap it on the back of my hand. So all the excess powder kind of flies off, and all that's left is what you actually need for your face. And what I like to do is I tap the powder in quite tightly, because in my head I feel like if I do that, it'll pack in the powder well and the powder will not move. I don't know if that's how it really works, but I like to do that. So what I do is I don't powder my entire face. I like to leave the high points, and I don't use highlighters because I can tell if someone's used a highlighter. So I don't use it. I just like to keep my natural sheen on my face. So all I do is just under the eye and around my, it's just the T-zone, because I do have combination skin. So after all of this makeup, I realized that I need a little more flush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this product. It's Rare Beauty's Nearly Berry. There are these little pods. It's beautiful. It is cream, but as soon as it comes on your face, it becomes powder, and it's a beautiful formula. So I'm just going to tap in a little bit here. Now we'll do lips. I'm going to go with my favorite and my only lip pencil that I use, because it's the closest to my lip color. What I do is I line my lips, smack, and then go in with this beautiful Charlotte Tilbury lip balm. I think this is the Pillow Talk. This is the Pillow Talk. It's beautiful. This is also a recent purchase. I got a lot of recents. And all you do is just roll it up a little bit, and not too much, because this thing does not go back. So you gotta just... I think it's dressy enough. So this is my date night look with my friends. I'm gonna quickly go run inside, change, and show you my entire look. Stay tuned. And this is my final look. I love it. I love this dress. I love the vibe. I'm gonna go have fun with my friends, and so do you. See you.